Hey, yo, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, mamas, baby mamas, baby mamas, 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 mamas. Word to three stacks. Um, One thing about Mother's Day be like, you got a lot of people, most of, you got a lot of people who don't celebrate holidays or certain holidays or most holidays like Christmas. I don't celebrate. I don't celebrate most holidays. Christmas. You got Valentine's Day. People got all kinds of gripes against. Whatever the case may be, you ain't gonna hear nobody speaking bad about no Mother's Day. You ain't gonna find it. I remember one time I got into a situation, like I got locked up for driving with a suspended license on Mother's Day. I never ever been through the system faster than that time. Like I went through the bullpens was empty. I was like, yo, niggas really love their moms. Anyway, I'm here to talk about snackademics. Oh, academics. Um, I think he fell for a trap. I think he fell for a trap. I don't. A lot of people report they talk about these things step by step. Like more power to them. That's not. I'm not reporting. I'm just, like I said, a dude giving my opinion. A rap, a rap legend giving my opinion. You understand what I'm saying? So to all who don't realize, who might not know what I'm talking about, Snackademics made a video, or not a video. Whatever he did, he disrespected Lauren LaRosa from the Breakfast Club, and it was nasty, right? He disrespected her while because she tweeted him from a Kendrick Lamar concert talking about academics lie is lit in here, basically. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what she said. And because academics was saying that it wasn't. He was saying things contradictory to that. You know what I mean? And he wowed out on her for that. Like, and I just think, well, many people thought that what she said didn't warrant that response. Even like it didn't even have to be a diss. Like, you know what I'm saying? How many times have somebody said something and you be like, nah, this nigga bugging. This is what I mean. I'm not going to harp on it, but I don't think it was that serious. I don't know that it wasn't. You understand what I'm saying? But she said it. You know what I mean? And from my understanding, he was kind of cool with her before that because he was so busy disrespecting Jess Hilarious that part of that was the big Lauren LaRosa up. You know what I mean? So her saying that, it don't, you know what I'm saying? Like when you cool with somebody, nah, B. Nah, that's like if I say that a restaurant the food wasn't good, and you then later, whoever you are watching, you then go to that restaurant and then you post Rockness Monster Live. The chicken is banging here. I'm not gonna get no. That's not, you know what I'm saying? That's not a reason for me to even feel disrespected. I'm not even gonna feel away. Even if I do feel away, if I did feel away, it wouldn't warrant me going online disrespecting you. You understand what I'm saying? If I had it might warrant me going online and saying, "Well, you got your taste, I got my taste." You understand what I'm saying? Or something, your taste buds is broke. You understand what I'm saying? It warrants something like that. You understand what I'm saying? It warrants me going to you. You must enjoy a delectable mayonnaise and grape sandwich from time to time. I mean, I might say that, but I'm not going to call you all kind of names and all of that. I'm just going to make fun of your taste buds or something, at worst. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, Act went crazy. Said I'm not gonna violate you yet, and then violates her some more, and then goes, I'm not gonna violate you. You got 24 hours to tell me what I lied about, and then I'm gonna really violate you. I'm being respectful now. He wasn't being respectful. Anyway, so here's where the trap comes in. Stat Baby from Cameron and Mace's, Killer Cam and Murder Mace's Come and Talk to Me show. She spoke out, and she didn't speak out like, a lot of people in today's era or whatever, y'all have a different definition of what disrespect is than what I do. You know what I'm saying? What she said wasn't disrespectful. She just said something along the lines of, like, bruh, like, I mean, she checked him, I guess, if you could call that checking him, but where I'm from, that's just stating an opinion. Like, you ain't checked nobody. She's like, yo, bro, you doing too much, basically. Like, all of this energy for that, I think you need a vacation or whatever. Well, maybe that was a little bit of checkage. Anyway, you be the judge, right? She said what she said, and I seen people was blogging about it. Like, we're going to see what Snackademics do about that, because Stat Baby is Cam and Mace's little sister. You understand what I'm saying? That's little sis. And I be telling women all the time, you know what I'm saying? That's not to start no smoke with the way I love women, right? I be telling women all the time, I'm like, yo, you don't realize, even if your man, like, if you got a man around you, a man who is, I don't know, a masculine man, you know what I mean? It protects you in ways you can't even see. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain, like, I mean, whether it's your brother, whether it's your, your home, the bros, you understand what I'm saying? Or if it's your husband, your boyfriend, your pops, whatever. Niggas ain't gonna play with you a certain kind of way, because niggas be suckers. And, and niggas who not suckers have morals. You understand what I'm saying? So the nigga who do approach you or choose to put himself in your orbit, he not gonna be on no foul. You understand? He not gonna be no bitch ass nigga. You understand what I'm saying? He gonna be good. He gonna be a decent dude or whatever. But lo and behold, Stat Baby said what she said. Akadmiks responds, and he couldn't control. He couldn't resist. He tried to keep it light. He said, "Yo, shorty, who are you?" Right? That was his ego, right? Who are you, really? So I would violate, but out of respect for Cam and Mace, I'ma chill. That's pure evidence of what I just now said, right? Because why not? What have Cam and Mace ever, am I missing something? What has Cam and Mace ever done for you that you respect them? They your friends? I'm just saying, I don't think I don't know about a relationship that he had with Cam and Mace prior to this. So I don't understand where the respect comes from. You understand what I'm saying? Why you respect them, so you're going to leave her alone. Okay, so you don't have to be friends with a person to respect them. I understand that. Could it be you respect them because of their accomplishments, because they get the bag? Or is it because they violate you? And they, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how much money you got. I don't know how much money they got. But y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are both, they're both fixtures in this, this content creation, vlogger, podcaster sphere, whatever you want to call it. Understand what I'm saying? And they petty. You go low, they go into hell. And you know that. You understand what I'm saying? And you can't call them broke. You know what I'm saying? You can't call them bums. You understand what I'm saying? And they with the shits to the 10th power. You understand what I'm saying? So He tried to keep it light. You understand what I'm saying? But his ego, you know what I'm saying? The caught up in the hypeness of it all, he tried to still play tough, right? So it's like a mousetrap. You know how mousetraps work, like the old school mousetrap, right? Where you just step on it just a little bit, and bam, you got you. You ain't got to put your whole. He tried not to put his whole body in the mousetrap, but it got anyway, because him saying that, what he said, I'm not going to violate. Who are you? I'm not going to violate out of respect. Cam and Mace there has already been a response from the Cam, their from, I think it's their official page. I don't know if it's Cam, if it's Mace, or if it's an employee. But they like, yo, bro, what we not going to do, you ain't violating nobody over here. You understand what I'm saying? And some some believe that Cam will be making his official. You understand? I don't remember who it was, but I think it might have been Chick Smooth or whatever. But if not, if it was somebody else, my bad. But he said that usually when they post from that, when something like that happens, they post like that from that page. Cam is at it the next morning. You understand? With a response. So it's like, I think I believe they might have set Ack up. Because I happen to know of a few people that are dying for Akadmiks to step in their lane, and they gonna smoke them. You understand? I know of a few people. You understand? Some of them, I mean, and I don't mean smoke with, you know what I'm saying? But they want smoke with Akadmiks, but they don't respect them, so on and so forth. But it's like, yo, if he ever say my name or blah blah blah, or ever violate one of blah 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 blah, and this might be Cam and Mace's stance, because real niggas from the street don't respect niggas like that. We don't. You know what I'm saying? That kind of behavior, we don't. You understand what I'm saying? And we all have brands, not all of us, but I guess we all have brands to protect. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you don't want to look bad, but the way he jumped out there on Lauren LaRosa, he set himself up. Akadmiks. He set himself up. You know what I'm saying? Or he left himself open to the chess move. It's like, all right, girl power. I'm quite sure Stat Baby was pissed off the way all of us were. Cam and Mace was probably pissed off. A lot of us were pissed off hearing you talk to that young lady like that. You understand what I'm saying? People have been talking about it for a long time. So, it is not beyond the reach of imagination that Cam and Mace was like, nah, do your thing, Stat. We got you. Matter of fact, yeah. I dare this nigga. I dare him. That's not unplausible. You know what I'm saying? And it looks like Ack fell for the trap because he couldn't just leave it alone. You couldn't just leave it alone, and you couldn't see the trap because you're not street. We saw the trap a mile away. But anyway, respectfully, looks like it's up. Pause protesters, get your ass out of here. The rest of y'all, welcome to the nation. Monster Nation, that is. I'm your host, your tour guide, the president. I'm the king around here. I'm the landlord, owner, tenant, janitor, mobster, Dan floor. With you, if you don't follow the rules. The rules are you gotta like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. Trying to be a taxpaying citizen of the nation, leave us a super thanks or a cash app. We actually prefer the cash app, but y'all do y'all. Cash app tag gonna be in the description along with the Bandcamp link, which is there for those of y'all who rather hear me rap than hear me yap. You know what I mean? Nonviolent Rocco is the newest mixtape we got there, but I got all of the mixtapes dating back to Shell Shock there. So go there and indulge, go crazy. You know what I mean? When you're writing on the walls here, aka commenting, do your spell checks, not your autocorrects, your spell checks. Monster. There's an A in monster, not an ER. It's monster, not monster. There's a K, ROCK in rap. You know what I'm saying? I want my K. You heard? Unless you're a Crip. Crips get it passed, you know what I'm saying? I understand your politics, but throw a little cuz something in your comment. So, you know what I'm saying? We grant you clearance and all that. Helter Skelter, not Helter Skelter. It's AH, not an ER. You know what I'm saying? And by the love of all things, for the love of all things decent. It's BCC, not BBC. That's what your girl said. Or the reverse. Anyway, made it to the end of this video. Let me get 4 microphones. Rock on, rock on.